All right, so this is a suggestion via a channel member. Let's go and jump into it.
They're not going to do shit. At the end of the day, they can't do shit.
If he thinks
really?
we can't do something, you're going to look at this judge and think I can't do something, young man. You're going to learn a big...
Today we're in Judge Simpson's courtroom, and this one's about to get wild. I'm sitting here watching this guy who thought it was a genius move to cut off his tether. Like that was somehow gonna solve his problems. And now he's asking the judge to reinstate his bond. I don't know about you guys, but if I ripped off court-ordered jewelry, I'd be hiding under a rock, not standing in front of a judge with a straight face. To me, that's not just bold, I mean, that's just delusional. I've always thought tether violations were basically you telling the court, hey, I don't take you seriously. Honestly, the nerve of this guy almost makes me laugh, but at the same time, it's just sad to see how out of touch people can be with reality. Would you guys give somebody like this a second shot, or would you shut?
No, I wouldn't, like under any circumstance here. Unfortunately, you did something to kind of be put on an ankle bracelet in the first place, right? Understand this here. The judge or the court itself was excessively lenient by not allowing you to basically sit in jail. So instead, they put you on probation and then gave you an ankle bracelet so they can monitor your location. Okay, then you proceed to then cut it off and then come back into court and beg for bond. Are you crazy? Are you crazy, bro? Are you wild?
The door for good. Let's dive in and watch.
Court calls the case of the people versus Marquesi Hankey.
Your Honor.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Attorney Kevin Hassan, P7.
All right, it's your motion.
There's a probably a motion to take the previous PCC hearing. My client's bond vote from privileges from the jail suspended due to allegations that he cut off his tether and contacted the complainant. Following that particular bond hearing, I instructed my client to not contact the complainant witness period in the jail. I also instructed my client that if allowed to be back on bond, we would ask the court to hopefully judge reinstate his original bond tether. We know judge that he has no prior criminal, well, no prior adult felony conviction whatsoever.
No.
Following the submission of my motion, I did read the people's response, which I guess there's been allegations that my client had contacted the complainant subsequently. Now, I just found out today some transcripts. Obviously, people address this. Some of the language that was used in our conversations, I don't have phone conversations myself, but I will admit, Judge, that it seems that my client had contacted the complainant even after his bond. And so I say this, Judge, and again, I know it seems like my client is kind of throwing up his middle finger to the court.
Oh, he is.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. But Judge, I just would state that this young man, I think he understands now that the court orders are serious, that the court orders him to do something it means. So Judge, I'm just asking, I guess, for some leniency.
No.
Trust that Mr. Hankey will comply.
No.
He had a $75,000 cashier bond that he was able to post to a bond. The only thing I can ensure that if the court were to give him a second chance, he would not violate his bond, even if the bond is a house arrest with strict conditions. So Judge, I am asking the court to reinstate his bond, and if the court is unwilling to do so, I would at least ask that his phone privileges be allowed back on to at least contact family.
No.
Does he's never had any contact with his family, his children? He hasn't been able to contact his dad.
Bro, this is why sometimes lawyers get like a bad rap. Like, listen, you're dealing with a bad guy specifically. I understand that every single person, in the United States of America, absolutely gets a lawyer, right? I mean, court appointed or not, whatever, they get a lawyer. But sometimes when things are so blatantly obvious and yet you're still talking, right? Like, please give this man another chance. No. Are you serious? Like the audacity, okay, to cut off your bracelet. All right. Like, what are you expecting here? And then apparently, I don't know what the initial entry of the video was, where there was like things being read. Bro, no, and you disrespecting the court on top of it, bro. Let me guess, social media.
Before, so at the very least, the restriction on his phone privileges to contact them.
All right. Well, before I hear from the people, counsel, let me just say, You came in here the first time, and well, let me start with this.
Okay.
Where's our tether?
From my understanding, Judge, I thought community corrections still had it. I thought they had become.
He cut the tether off. We haven't seen it.
Okay.
And I
Yeah,
know
that's
you made the
government property.
representation to the court, but I know you wouldn't have personally known that. I'm sure that came from your client or something along those lines. We don't have the tether back.
Okay.
Then, you know, and I get you're making the representation saying your client's going to follow what the court says, but I don't know if anything can be as shocking as walking into a court free. Your bond gets revoked. You get put in jail because of something that you've done, and then you still go about violating the court's order.
Even this guy's own
This is
lawyer
on
had to
TV
say, I know it
audacity.
seems like my client is throwing up the middle finger in court, and I'm sitting
he
there
is.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
no kidding, we all
He-
caught
he
that.
is,
And Judge
yeah.
Simpson just tossing in that sarcastic, oh yeah, just sealed it for me. Because I swear you could feel the frustration through the screen. Personally, I just don't get how somebody cuts off their tether and actually thinks they're outsmarting the system. I mean, I can barely skip paying a parking ticket without it biting me later. I mean, to me, it's almost like watching somebody light their own parachute on fire and then argue about why they should still get to skydive. I've always thought of bond as this handshake agreement. You break it, that's it. I mean, you've burned the trust, and yet here this guy is, asking for it back like it's store credit. Honestly, I found myself laughing 1 second and shaking my head the next.
Yeah, that was basically me the entire time. I just don't understand what's going on here, guys. Like, listen, you have committed what seems to be a felony. You got a bracelet put onto you. You cut it off, then come into court basically begging for forgiveness. Nah, bro, can't do it. You gotta go to jail. No bond.
Because it's such a mix of arrogance and immaturity here. I just don't see how any judge would look at this and think, yeah, he'll definitely follow the rules next time.
Don't.
I'll be honest with you, counsel. I mean, I get what you're saying. I don't have a problem giving people chances. I just don't know that this is the one to give a
Right.
chance.
No, not at all. It's not. It
Because
doesn't
he
matter
just
if-
hasn't done anything the court's asked him to do. Ms. Senda.
Your Honor, I will rely mostly on emotion. However, in listening to his jail calls, he has
Jail calls.
45 total calls to one number after his privileges were revoked with different pins he's using. Then to the other number, we have 23 calls that were completed since his privileges were revoked with different pins. And in one of these calls as recently as Monday, there were a few memorable quotes that I heard in the calls, such as, "There's nothing in this world that's going to stop me from talking to you, man. Nothing in this world stopping me from you. I don't give a fuck what nobody says about none of that. I'm going to be calling until my court date. They're not going to do shit. At the end of the day, they can't do shit. I'm going to talk to you till I can't talk to you no more. I'll be home. I'm not worried, man. I know I told you this is about to be my last call, but I'm not stopping shit. I'm not stopping nothing." And then, why stop now if they already know? So I have extreme concerns that he cannot follow court orders.
No.
He cut off his tether, continued flagrantly calling the victim with other pins, both numbers, acknowledging in some of the calls that he should not be contacting her,
Right.
and continue to contact her. He just cannot abide by any of the court orders that are
None.
set before him. So I have great concerns,
Okay,
and especially given the violent
Yes,
nature
come
of
on.
this case as well.
Anything else, counsel?
Right.
I mean, counsel, does your client want me to just request of the jail that they put him in solitary so that he has no contact with anyone, can't use their PIN number? If he thinks we can't do something, and if particularly you're going to look at this judge and think I can't do something, young man, you're going to learn a big lesson.
Jeez.
So Judge, I definitely don't want that. My client.
Well, he needs to, and I don't mean to interrupt you, counsel, but he needs to understand. You can say all that stuff. You are not that big, not that bad.
Nope. Not at all.
Now, if you want to play with me, this is the kid say, mess around and find out. I guess that's not the quote, but
No, it's not.
yeah, it's close, but
Right. It's close.
I did pretty good. I said it okay, right now. All right.
So just, if I may, Judge, just briefly, my client would like to.
Go ahead.
Oh, he's talking?
I don't think I'm being bad at all.
Right. Okay.
He is pregnant by my child. I can't say that I'm not in here for nothing. You know, obviously think I am. Yeah. I just want to apologize. Like I said, I'm not being bad. I don't want to be here at all. I really don't. Truly.
Nah, pass.
Can't please show mercy. Please. That's all that matters.
Don't fall for this.
I have no problem showing mercy to those that deserve it
He doesn't
and have
deserve
earned
it.
it.
He
You
doesn't
have
deserve
not.
it. There we go. Good.
Motion for bond reduction or any change is denied. His bond will continue as revoked.
Thank you, Judge. And for the record, this is also, from my understanding, PCC.
Yes, sir. Is all discovery complete?
It is. And I would ask if possible, what it is, if possible.
There's more?
People have their witnesses available on the first
We'll do our best, Your Honor.
Yeah, guys, you
preliminary
can't.
examination in person will be
You
set
can't get
April
out, guys.
1st, 2025, 9 a.m. in person before Judge Perry.
And Your Honor, I did want to make it clear where I did contact the jail yesterday and they have blocked all of victims' new numbers and old numbers, so there should not be any more.
More calls coming through. All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm gonna be
Okay, guys, that seems to be it. Okay, listen. You cannot show openly that much disdain for the court and specifically get on phone calls knowing that generally your phone call is going to be recorded and everything you basically say is going to be utilized as some type of evidence. Look at what you did here. You lucked up and you had your freedom after you did something absolutely abysmal, most likely to get put on this, on this program that you were basically on. Okay. They gave you all of the leeway on the planet and then you disregarded it. The level of ignorance and like stupidity, let's say, involved in this specific situation is wild. Then to tell your then to tell your lawyer that you want your bond, like you want to be able to basically bond out if you possibly can, right? And then don't worry, just put me back on the tether. No, under no circumstance. And then the fact that most likely that he destroyed the property, so now you're destroying government property, right? Like, there are too many issues here. Then you're told not to contact someone, and then you make many phone calls, okay, to the person you're not supposed to speak to while in jail, then bragging about how the court can't do anything. What did you think was going to happen, guys? All right, like the level of just ridiculousness this case is crazy. I definitely would like to see the initial one, if that even exists anywhere, just so I can have a better understanding exactly what he did and why I should not want him out. But the fact that it is a violent issue based off of what we heard here, then yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think he should be freed by any manner, guys, by any means or manner here. But all right, listen, guys, send me more of these. I like these things. These things are super entertaining. I didn't know that these things were like interesting to encounter. Watching absolutely debaucherous people get owned consistently by actual power, not the fictitious street power that they live within. But either way, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. If you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. In the meantime, I'll catch you guys later. Guys, do you want to watch movies with me? I never actually thought to like promote it over here, guys. But if you guys do want to watch it, guys, we have hundreds of movies, and I mean hundreds of movies that we've reacted to. You guys can come watch them with me if you want to, along with many TV shows. Currently, we're working on the show Dexter, along with Vikings, and we have a lot of series that are already completed. But if you guys do want to watch it with me, the link is in the description. Everything's available at the second tier. But of course, if that's not your thing, guys, don't worry. Right? Listen, like and subscribe.